Alright, lockdown. Hey Dragonauts, what's Dragon on? Astralsflame back here with Esper Legends. Before I get into the deck tech, please hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date on all the new decks coming out from Archer Machines. And with that, let's talk Esper Legends, one of the best decks to go into the new meta with. This is a pre-meta deck. There haven't been any new changes in from early access, but you can be guaranteed this is a base shell you'll want to start with. You have a really solid package of legendary creatures that you can utilize to disrupt your opponent's plays, push your own aggressive plan, and end the game relatively quickly. And a lot of this revolves around the Connive mechanic with Rafine the Scheming Seer. Rafine is a 3-mana 1/4 ward 1 with flying, which is great. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature connives X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Connive lets you draw X cards and discard X cards. For each non-land card discarded this way, you put a +1/+1 counter on the creature conniving. So ultimately, what we want to do with this deck is have a base of at least 2 to 3 creatures attacking in to trigger connive as many ways we can as possible. Rafine being the major one that provides connive. This synergizes with our entire package here though, because we're happy to discard stuff. We want to discard stuff. That's why we're playing Toulouse, the Clever Conductor. When it enters the battlefield, it connives, but the nice thing here is whenever we discard a card from our hand, we exile them instead of letting it hit the graveyard. When Toulouse dies, we're going to put all the cards exiled with it back into our hand. So as we're conniving with either Toulouse or Rafine, the cards we're discarding are going to get tucked into Toulouse, and we're going to get that card value back into our hand, which is absolutely huge. Conniving isn't the only way we're going to get the triggered discards though and create some board states. We do have Guardian of New Benalia here. Not quite conniving, however, you are discarding a card to give it indestructible until end of turn. Very beneficial. And to synergize with all of this discarding effect and conniving, we are playing some Razorlash Transmogrants because this is a great discard target. Razorlash Transmogrant is recastable from the graveyard for 6 mana, coming back with a +1/+1 card on it. But if your opponent controls 4 or more non-basic lands, it only costs 2 mana to bring back from the graveyard, which is absolutely huge. Basically a recurring 2 mana 4/2 from the graveyard. So we love that. And as we are discarding, and maybe our opponent discarding too, we can synergize this with the Raven Man, because as long as a card has been discarded, we get to make a 1/1 bird, which is awesome because we want more attackers. More attackers means more connive, means we see more cards, means more cards go under Toulouse. So when Toulouse, dies, we get to put those back into our hand, which is amazing. That's the Connive package. That's the discard package that synergizes in. Let's talk about our protection, disruption, and removal decks. So the main deck is primarily creatures. We are only really running 2 non-creature spells and go for the throat just so we have some bonus single target removal. Disruption-wise though, we are playing 4 Thalia in this list to put a taxation up on non-creature spells. Because hey, we're creatures. We don't care about our non-creature spells. But our opponent, well, they're going to have a hard time getting through Thalia. If you're running up against Reanimator decks, we are playing in a couple Denic, the Pious Apprentice, giving the ability that creatures, cards and graveyards specifically, can't be the targets of spells or abilities. So no reanimation effects on your opponent, no Corpse Appraiser, shutting off a lot of value. And Skrelv the Defector Mage also coming in here. Skrelv is a great protection piece to keep Thalia, to keep Rafine, and Sheholdred alive when they become a target of a spell, or just helping your creatures push damage, getting through your opponent's blockers, since they can't be blocked by creatures of that color. When push comes to shove though, and you are discarding so much, you still need a way to generate some value. That is where Gix the Yawgmoth Praetor comes in. As we're dealing damage and pushing the connive damage, and we deal the combat damage to the opponent, we can now pay a life and draw cards thanks to Gix. So we'll be able to restock our hand as we are furthering finding answers and filtering our hand thanks to connive. The last package here is like our synergy package. These are the top end cards that really push in some extra value. First off, we've got Adeline. Adeline is like 0/4 at base stat. When it enters, and it's not going to do anything, but when you start attacking, you'll produce 1/1 attackers attacking each opponent you control. In 1v1, this gets you an extra 1/1. However, again, pushing with that connive, Rafine sees that extra 1/1. That's an extra connive trigger, absolutely great for damage. With all those card drawings, Sheholdered is an auto include in this list because every time we're drawing cards, either thanks to Gix or to Rafine or to lose, for those Connive triggers, Sheholdered is going to net us an extra 2 life each time, keeping our life total nice and healthy. Urtai is in as a great disruption method, either being able to counter a spell or activated ability, or triggered ability, or getting rid of a target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. So, great disruption piece that we can flash in. And lastly, Owl the Dawn Sky, because a Legends deck needs a dragon. And Owl fits in so well into this list, either buffing your entire board of creatures upon Owl hitting the graveyard when it dies, or being able to put some new permanents into play, whether it be forcing the exact or combining some of your other creature values. I will touch on the land base in this one a little bit though, because we get to play a nice slew of our legendary lands. With all the legendary creatures, our Aganjo, Otawar, and Takenuma are all going to be relatively cheap to do, and their channel ability causes them to be discarded, which means as we discard them, they're going to feed to lose. And as they feed to lose, when to lose dies, we're going to get them back, which adds extra value for the amount of times we can use them. Since we are playing so many legendaries though, we also get to take advantage of Plus of Heroes, getting mana of any color to cast legendary spells, and producing any color of mana among legendary permanents we control. Plus of Heroes also doubles in that we can exile it to give target legendary creature hexproof and indestructible until end of turn as the last ditch protection piece. Now the sideboard, depending on what you're running up against, you'll have a few options. So against control, Dennick usually is nice, especially when Dennick dies, being able to come back in is a recurring threat, netting you some card advantage. You can also bring in Kaito and Sheholdered. Kaito, that extra card value you're going to want, and Sheholdered for just putting drain on your opponent while keeping your life total nice and healthy. Up against mid-range, we have Disdainful Strokes, and if they're very creature heavy, extra Infernal Grass and, Junji can come in as well. If they're playing in Fable the Mirrorbreaker, well, Laron of the Third Path, also a legendary creature, also kills a Fable. Very, very beneficial. When we go up against aggro, we have cut downs, we have temporary lockdowns as well. So we can bring those in up against aggro to just get rid of everything that we don't want attacking us. But Dragonauts, that is Esper Legends. Please enjoy the game. Let's go ahead and grab the play here. Thalia, Dennick. Yeah. I am very for this hand. Mono red aggro? Sure. You like playing Thalia here. Swifty. No plays. Let's go ahead and drop in a Dennick. Well, now poking for 2. I'm cool on the double. Kills 1. At this point, on the 1 land hand from the opponent keep, I'm okay with that. There's game 1. Game 1 looks like a greedy keep by the opponent. 1 landers. Sometimes he can do it. In this case, it didn't work out for the opponent, but we take that. It's a win. So going into game 2 here, knowing that the opponent is on mono red, we are opting to bring in more removal with a little bit of extra life gain, just to stay with us. So we're bringing in cut downs, bringing in an extra Dennick, the temporary lockdowns to handle that wide board of non-land permanents 2 or less, and an extra Sheholder. Because if we can stick Rafine with a Sheholder, that is so much life that will keep us going in this game. For this, we've cut down 1 to lose and 1 Razor Lash Transmog. So let's go ahead and see how game 2 goes. And I do like what I'm seeing for hand. We've got Dennick. We can also do Guardian or to lose. Guardian is great because we can make it indestructible and discard like Razor Lash. So I'm going to keep. Starting out strong with that Swiss Spear, no sweat. We will play in Plaza of Heroes. That being said, if I don't draw in a white, I can't play in Guardian. Taking 3, there is the Sea Chrome Coast. Let's go ahead and play in Guardian. Say no attacks and pass the turn. And ideally, I'm probably not blocking Feldon. Pick coming in is fine. Now, if they only attack in with Feldon, that's a different story. I was contemplating not blocking Feldon. Now I'm really thinking about blocking Feldon. Because, like, they've left 2 mana open, so they might have... Let's see. Alright. Deny them the card. That feels alright. We'll do Underground River into Toulouse. Hey, what's going on, Stanley? How you doing tonight? Happy Wednesday. My day's going good. How you doing tonight? Yeah, I like Toulouse here. I don't really want a Braid. Sure. That's fine. Don't really need Seachrome Ghost at this point, so that works. And we just got an Urtai follow-up. Pretty good, thanks. Hey, I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear. Attacking for 3. We're gonna pass and block Feldon. I'm gonna discard my Transmogrant here. So now we go to 11. They get a Feldon and a Kumano. Now, if they play out the Elder Feldon, I have an Urtai. Kumano, sure. Alright, we go to 10. Into Bloodthirsty as a 2/2. Alright. Interesting. Oh, Lockdown. Yeah. I can't Lockdown because I don't have the extra white. Shoot. That's unfortunate. So I'd actually have to play Endemic here in order to do Lockdown on the next turn. But in that case, I'd rather just hold a Urtai. Grace, why keep the Transmogs given the mono red matchup? It's just a 1-of I've kept in, and the only reason was because of the discard potential. And like, if I get to the late game, it's still just a recurable damage source. That was the reason, Bolts. Nothing like too crazy, no. Let's do Urtai. Bring in Urtai. Thank you, yeah, no worries. I actually want to deal with the Phoenix chick here. So I can block the Bloodthirsty. Cindermaw. That is a problem. That is a 5/4. Alright, well, it's a little less of a problem now. Alright, I think I do have to stick to a Gonjo. I'm gonna have to pay myself here, and I'm not a fan, but... do that. But we're still alive. That's a big thing. Okay. Hey, it's fine with me. I'll take it. Yeah, add a card wasted. Yeah, let's just poke him with that. You know what? No, it's fine. I'll leave it. I've been devastated for 5. Damn. I can't really deal with the that's not true, actually. That's not true. I can. I should attack him with my Denic here, though. It just gets blocked. It doesn't actually do me any benefit, does it? Alright, lockdown. The problem is they just animate Mishras and I still just die. just cannot get in a good game going here tonight. Yep. Alright, game 2, not so clean for us, unfortunately. We did hold out for as long as we can. That Trampling Cinema, though, that 4-3, then 5-4 because of Kamano. Just no life gain, nothing we love. Opponent didn't really fall for our bait to attack in and get the Ganja. It's what it is, but going to game 3 here, we're going to bring in Infernal Grass, have that little extra removal, and hopefully stabilize. By hopefully, I mean we're going to do our darndest. Let's go ahead and see how game 3 goes. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Let's grab the play here. Next I can win on the... Very true. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to keep. Let's just go Shattered Sanctum here. Just playing tapped. Whisper is fine. That's Whisper. There we go. Let's just play Thalia. Okay, Kamano, they'll attack for 2. No blocks. That's fine. We'll do Adhikar Ways, cast in Denic here. I'm gonna say no attacks. This area is a 3-3, that's fine. I might take the double block here. Yeah, I think I'd take the double block. I can't play with fire or cast anything. Hey, Jane, what's going on, friend? How you doing tonight? I'm doing well. How about yourself? Happy Wednesday. So we will lose Thalia on this? No, we don't lose Thalia. Never mind. I stand corrected. Rafine. Poke with Thalia? Discard. Yeah, I'll discard Underground River. Just not some grind and pair for the RC in San Diego. Ooh, let's go. Best of luck to you. Best of luck. You got a few weeks still. You still got a few weeks. Bolt on. Sure, that's fine. Just block here. And then this should just spell the game. Just playing stores, right? Like, Shelly goes in here, I attack with Rafine, I get to draw, I heal. I discard Caves. Barrow Salvo's fine, I still have the second Shelly. I might even just temporary lockdown. Actually, I probably just temporary lockdown. Cycle again here. Poke down to 16. Yeah, lockdown feels like the right play there. Obliterating Bolt. Wow. Alright, double bolt, sure. Alright. Yeah, Shelly. Man, double bolt plus a Rebel Salvo drawn. Kind of crazy. And they're committing a Lightning Strike plus a second Lightning Strike. Oh, play with fire. All right. Yeah, I can live with that. Let's just cast in Denic. Say next, pass the turn. Devastator, no worries. Devastator goes goodbye. Cast in my other Denic here. I'll play an Otawara. And we heal back up here. Feldon's fine, no blocks. I'll go to 13. I don't need to block against it. And anything they kill on my board now, I can just use for drawing. Sure, strike's fine. Then exceeds to death. We get to investigate, and then I get to draw. Yeah, I really did need more lands there, but that's fine. Let's just attack in for 3. Yo, Hearsay, what's going on, bud? How you doing tonight? Welcome in, man. What is going on? Worker, sure. Attacking me for 4. Bounce you back. Go to 11. Good man, just bring Grixis Rage if you want to see. Yeah, feel free to DM it over to me, man. Sure, Felding gets replayed. Turn. Token for 3 in the air, get the opponent down to 6, pass the turn. Hey, awesome. Sure, Foundry becomes active. Attacking for 4. Kill the Mishra's Foundry. Go down to 9. Back to my turn. Cast in Gix. Attack for 3. Take the card draw. It's a land. Pass the turn. Of course it's the land. Damage matters here, so I do have to block. This is gonna give them cards. But I get to investigate, which is pretty freaking nice. And then if they try to kill Denek, I can just use Plaza to protect Denek, so. Basically, I protect Denek, I win the game, so that's why it's fine with Feldon. I can't risk those 2 being 3 damage spells, so it forces me in. Yeah, that's fine. Kick it, sure, that spends your mana. Then we just Plaza of Heroes. And that's game 3. Right, I've got enough mana open for Plaza, so it doesn't matter what the opponent targets. Fire, sure. Here we go. Game 3. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. It's always appreciated. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on all the new decks coming up from Archer Machines. And with that, I hope your next day for the launch tomorrow gets you all the rares you need. Keep believing. I'll see you next time.